What's up, pilots? I just had a little experience that I wanted to share with you guys. So some of you know that I'm adopted. Um, I was adopted before I was born, uh, meaning, my birth mother, for some reason or other, knew she didn't want to actually have me, so she put me up for adoption while she was pregnant, knowing she still wanted to have the baby, but just give it to someone else. Anywho, so I've never met my birth parents. I also have a few brothers and sisters as well that I've never met. And I have this whole this big folder. My mother, who adopted me, was like very keen on documenting everything, and so I had this folder with all the information about the adoption and like letters that they wrote back and forth to each other, my two moms, and all this cool stuff. It's amazing. But there's a phone number there for the home phone of my birth mother in Las Vegas. I was born in Las Vegas, in Nevada. And I always just had thought it might be interesting just to call, just to see if it even says if they're still there, uh, her name's Pamela, so it might be like, hi, this is Pamela, or whatever, and then I'd hang up, just to know if they're still there, or even just an answering machine that said like, hey, this is the Zeldins, or whatever, or whatever last name they use. Um, so I called, and I was really nervous, just even though I knew I was gonna hang up anyways, which isn't like the boldest move, but what do you do? What do you do? It's an interesting predicament. And I call it, and it rings like two times, and it goes, "Hello, Thai cuisine," and it just made me laugh. It's not as funny now, but I laughed really, really. I hung up, and then I laughed really, really hard because I was mustering up all this thing, and for all I know, that number has been for a Thai cuisine place for like 10 years now or something. So it's kind of funny. Anyways, are any of you guys adopted or know anyone that's adopted? Uh, it's an interesting thing to think that, you know, my whole life I was raised, and all my friends use the phrase "my mom," "my dad," and I used to use the same phrase, but it just, to me, I guess it just is different. Like, yes, my mom and dad raised me since I was a day old, and they're just not my mom and dad in the same way that, two people had sex and made me, and then there's two people that raised me to, as a person and taught me things. And I feel like there's been this thing going on in me because I have yet to meet the people that made me physically, as opposed to just mentally or structurally or socially. Um, it's just interesting to me. Like, I feel like something's missing in my life. So, I've come to the terms that I might not ever meet them because my sister's adopted as well, and she tried to contact her parents, and they wanted nothing to do with her. Um, and also, though, her parents, she's from Korea, so it's a little different there in the sense that it's more of like a respect or a pride thing, and like her mother basically felt like dishonored that she had to give away her child, so she didn't want anything to do with her from that point. So, anyways, I really just would love a picture, just to see what they look like. Like, who made me? What two people together made this face? Because it's a pretty interesting face, and I just would love to see, you know, what they look like. And I know their names. And I also have three siblings, I think, that are all older, not that much older than me. Like, one's a year older than me. I think the oldest one is like 3 years older than me. So we'd probably get along. They're probably really cool people. I have a feeling that part of the reason I am the way I am, it has to do with my blood, and the blood has to do with that family. So it's an interesting set of circumstances. So, anyways, if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. Uh, it would be really interesting. I really do want to find them, and I'd love to document it. I think it would be pretty interesting to have a kid, put it up for adoption, and then, 20 so years later, the kid comes and finds you and is like, hey, look at what I'm doing with my. Because it's one thing to be like, hey, I hate my real family and I want you guys back and I want you to start paying, giving me money or whatever, which I can't do anyways. It's illegal. But just to have your kid come back to you and say, "Look what I'm doing with my life. I I'm so grateful you made me because my life is amazing and I wouldn't be here if you didn't make me." So I really want them to know that. And I really think I would just love to be, it's so weird because they're my blood family, but I would love to just be friends with them, to know like who the people that have the same blood and similar genes or whatnot. I want to know what they're doing because I feel like it affects me in the same sense that, you know, a litter of puppies from the same mother probably affect each other in some energetic sense. Whatever. So, anyways, interesting stuff. Leave a comment below if you have any opinions on adoption or if you're adopted or what you think about that, or if you think it's worth it for me to try to find my family or any sort of stuff like that. Blah, 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 or anyways, I love you guys so much. Check out my video from yesterday and check out the videos I recommend. They're awesome. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.